going to record. Now I'm recording.
More cursing.
Yeah. Yes. Got to keep it clean.
Just start because you're already like 6 minutes in.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So he's texting. So.
Well, I don't want you to get cut off again.
I know.
I'm going to mute.
All right. Cool. So thanks everybody for joining tonight. You know, it came up last night at the end of our conversation that, you know, we had some spouses that are working the business, and conference really was a game changer for a lot of us. Good night. Love you. It was a game changer for all of us, and I was shocked that Dave really got into this as a result of the conference. So it was not anything that like I expected. So that kind of set a fire off in him, and he's got fire in his belly, is what I keep saying. Is he uses the product to open dialogues with people, whether it's a Walmart clerk or a server at a restaurant, somebody in the mall that he may run across or be talking to. And it's very conversational the way he's been doing it. So I'm going to let him talk a little bit, God help me. The one thing that he finds a challenge with is actually knowing about the product. And I am really big on credentializing, and I don't want him to lose any credibility by me talking over him or chiming in or trying to help him if I feel like he's struggling. Good night, sweetie. So I let him talk. Somebody's off mute. I don't know who that is. Can you guys let him mute? Okay. So, you know, I'll let him talk. I'll let him start the dialogue. Even if the conversation, I'm like, and I'll wait for him to look at me or involve me in some way or give me a cue to maybe chime in where he may be struggling. It's important to let him have his own dialogues and work his business. I'm not there to take over his conversation or, you know, dump on him or give him any kind of training in the moment. And we are doing some product training here and there. We'll ask questions like, what do the fat fighters do, like while we're driving to a show or something. So we're working on that piece. But I thought that it was really beneficial for some people to hear his perspective, especially those of us that have spouses that are signed up as distributors that really want to give this a go. And I will say, we both were the biggest skeptics. And he was just like, oh yeah, I see money going in my checking account, so guess things are going well. But now he really wants to do his part, and he's motivated to do that. So I'm just going to let him, I'm going to try to interview him, maybe kind of prompt him to answer the questions, but I thought it would be helpful for the spouses to have some best practices and techniques for how he might do it. And maybe you can use those and start those conversations off yourself when you're in a setting. Bringing Blitz cards or little samples of the product, anything. So, all right. Okay.
My turn?
Yeah. So when tell them about when we were having dinner on Sunday night.
Well, I thought that was the best one for you to open up with. This is all about icebreakers. The product, I don't know a whole lot, but I am learning more. Not only that, the fact that there's money showing up in my bank account, and that's more important to me, especially when things appear. You know, we're able to do things with the kids, and this is what this is all about, is making money and making a change in our lifestyle. Working for the Nitwit I work in the daytime is driven to me to do this, and especially the people around me as well as Nikki and Bill. I'd like to see their lifestyle improve as well. I'm sure they would agree that they would like to have their lifestyle improve as well too. But the most important thing is getting them a door is the icebreakers. So when you do the icebreakers, you're gearing it to that individual. I mean, I try to, you know, it's sad to say, but when I looked around in that crowd of 30,000 people, I stereotyped. And the people I see are the baby mamas. There's a lot of them in there that it really appealed to them. It was kind of sad to say that, but so I try to gear to that type of person. But everybody wants to make an improvement in their lifestyle. So it's a very simple sale. The hardest thing is knowing the product. But when I approach somebody, I say, hey, you know, it's amazing. Yeah, I got this bracelet. It's in my way. Basically looking to do something differently. I have to speak to 20 people. And when I speak to 20 people, I can get the emails. I can actually
He's getting sidetracked from the background noise.
Yeah, so,
Can we hit mute? Somebody's not on mute.
but that's my segue. I can actually get a conversation into that bracelet just by having the bracelet on. It allows me to talk to somebody and say what my goal is.
So 1 second. So from the background noise, I just want to recap what he said, and I'm not trying to step on you, but he's saying that he leaves his bracelet on from conference as a conversation starter. People look at it, some comment on it, some if they don't comment on it, oh, this is getting in my way. Then people will ask what it is.
They see
He'll
you.
say, "This, yes, we can see you." He'll say, "I can't take this bracelet off until I have interacted with 20 people and email them opportunity with them." And I just want to backtrack a little bit. No, it's not about just making money to people. I mean, yes, that's the end result. It's a life-changing thing. We get that. So when he says, oh, it's all about making money, at the end of the day it is, but we realize that we're changing lives. Money can't buy happiness, but it buys the freedom that leads us there. So I just wanted to clarify that we're not, money hungry, whatever. But why don't you tell them specifically how you started the conversation Sunday night at dinner?
Oh, we were out to dinner, enjoying a good time with me and her on Valentine's Day. And you have a server that comes up to you and they're kind of hating their life because they're out there working and they'd rather be with their significant other as well. So I basically said that, hey, I had a quick question. I was wondering if you could help me solve this and resolve this issue that I had with my wife. What we had here is we had a little dispute on, she said that basically that I couldn't make any money doing what I'm doing. And I told him that was my segue into what we were actually doing. And then when I opened that up and the guy says, well, it seems like it's possible. And then I started on with it and I says, have you ever heard of It Works? And sure enough, he said no. And that was the best part yet because it piqued his interest because we're out there having a good time. He sees all that, the luxuries happening there. So that was my segue into that. So
Yeah.
You want to elaborate on that?
Yeah. And what was really cool was, he's like, settle an argument. My wife says, I can't retire from my job doing this, is how he worded it. And she seems to think, it's no more than, $600-700 a month. And the guy's eyes kind of like widened a little bit. And I was like, yeah, I'm satisfied with the $700 a month I make, pulling the number out of the air. And he said, no, it's my mission to retire and I can do it. The money's there. It's coming in every month. But and then he starts talking about conference. So he brings up conference a lot. And he shows the picture of, look, I'm the only guy. And it was all of us girls dressed up in our finest with this guy in the middle, like, hey, having the time of his life. So not saying that it was a girly product, but there was opportunity for men to, charter the uncharted territory, so to speak. And I think that was a really good way to kind of stop him in his tracks. And then he not only took a card, but he took a sample of the greens as well. Will he call back? I don't know. But it wasn't forced. It was natural. It was conversational. And it wasn't one of those things like, I'm going to sell you something. It was just a natural conversation. Tell them about Walmart.
That's going back to that, the last conversation we had. When you approach somebody in a sales manner, they're going to run for the hills. So you need to approach them with a relationship. So you first establish that relationship, and you have to do this in like 60 seconds. So you really got to get on with it quick. So that's the best thing of it all.
Kathy's vacuuming.
But I think she strapped us to her vacuum. I'm definitely sidetracked from Kathy's stuff there. But what had happened is at Walmart, we were over at Walmart. We were picking up some stuff for the kids that we needed. And there was one lady that I bumped into. I remembered her conversation. The last thing she said is, have a blessed day at the end of the sales right there. And I complimented her. I said, that was the greatest thing that I've heard. I haven't heard anybody else say that. I said, man, you seem like you really would like to change somebody's life like I would like to change your life. So I basically said, that was my segue again. I basically said that have you thought about making some extra money by sitting here just having a conversation with somebody? It's very simple to do. I mean, have you ever heard of this product? It's called It Works. It's very simple. It really does work. And I've showed her basically my bank account has increased. I have money that's being deposited in there. It says CR next to it. And I says, what is this next to my statement? It says CR. I haven't seen that before. It's a credit. I'm like, I don't see credits. I see debit, DB, debit all day long there. So it's debit, 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 and all of a sudden the credit pops up. It's very strange. But going back to the girl, she was a very nice young girl. And then to appeal to her, I basically told her that there's a way by social media just to sell this product. I mean, just by sitting there talking to her friends and establishing these legs and these DTs there, it's very simple to do. And if I can do it, she can do it. I mean, it's very simple. I mean, the women are always so much more powerful than the men. I mean, you guys have this ability to do things that you're doing. But I wanted a piece of the action, and that's why I did what I did. So she was very interested in it. And I saw her another time when I approached her again.
Yeah, I wasn't there for that one either. Yeah. So he's doing it without me, which is amazing.
Yeah, I don't need her for a segue or an icebreaker. I can go out there. I mean, I'm definitely, I like to jump out there.
You are. He rambles, people, but that's okay. He's
in the end, they're gonna hear what I have to say, and they're gonna take that business card, that Blitz card, and they're gonna take that sample and they're gonna try it. They go on their phone and Google it instantly. It pops up. Hopefully it's mostly good stuff that they see. I mean, I've seen a couple bad things from it, but some of the social media stuff that's on there, people don't know what they're doing.
And that, that's a good point too, because when some of them say they've never heard of It Works, which is weird because, when I'm talking to people, it seems like everybody knows about it. So don't assume they know about it. But I think also, and I think Larry, you brought something up the other day in one of the boards, might've been Skinny Wrap Country, about somebody that was a potential distributor that might want to know more about the company. And I think that when you go down to about and the news piece, I think there's some really powerful positioning there. And I'm using my consulting hat right now from work, but there's some really powerful positioning on the company and how they got to the, one of the top network direct sales companies out there and making the Fortune 500 and all of these press releases on the company's growth. That is huge to position because you don't want to be, network marketing, pyramid scam. No. First of all, this is the way sales will be in the future. I work for a sales training and consulting company. We see it all the time. We try to sell with insights. We try to get ahead of the market. You see so many different kind of sales environments depending on the industry. And the one thing is clear is that buyers are changing the way they buy. So as sellers, we need to change the way we sell. And network marketing is definitely the wave of the future. You see it with Amway, you see it with Arbonne, you see it with Isagenix. These companies are growing at a tremendous rate. It's just the way business is going to be conducted moving forward. You can just see the trend. I don't want to monopolize the time talking about that, but it's very important to, if you are just getting started or your distributors are just getting started, have them start to read the news pieces at the bottom of our own website. Those press releases are very powerful, and it credentializes the business as well. So it's not a fly-by-night pyramid scam type thing. So when we went to the Walmart together Saturday, and you were talking to the clerk, what did you say to her?
Which one was that? I've blitzed so many people.
When we were together in Walmart, so you're like, oh, you look familiar.
Oh yeah, that's the one that I basically said that it's amazing that you look just like the lady that I saw in the conference. She says, "What conference is that?" I said, "Wait, you weren't the one in It Works?" I showed her my band.
In Florida?
Have a band. The one in Florida. We go away all the time for this conference in Florida. And it's like, it's great. I mean, there's so many different conferences, but this one, you look just like the lady that was next to you. You have a twin that's doing the same thing. You're not selling It Works? She's like, no, what's It Works? I was like, oh, it's funny you should ask. Here's a Blitz card.
Well, he didn't call it a Blitz card.
But here's the card with a sample on it. And I says, you got to Google it. I mean, it's amazing.
Mhm.
It's this company. They deal with all healthcare products. They have, everybody wants to better their lifestyle, their physical appearance. I mean, you definitely want to be healthier and want to be there for your significant others and for your kids there. But it's very very simple to do. I mean, this product has allowed me to do that. I mean, what we're doing is we're selling it, and if you establish a leg, which is people under you, you're basically going to make yourself better financially as well. And you're going to make them physically fit, and you're going to make them healthier. And it's a win-win situation.
Yeah.
And it really is. And then sure enough, and then they take your card, and then you get their information. That's the best thing, though, if you can get their information. You don't want to sit there and not get their information, because they're going to put it on the dashboard or in the trash can, or they're going to think about it, and it's just going to fall by the wayside. And the best thing is when you frequent a place over and over again, and you see that struggling woman. She hates her job. You just know that she's just miserable. She's filled with hatred. Or you just give somebody a mild compliment. Wow, you look really beautiful today. I mean, it's amazing. And then all of a sudden, that's when you can just hand that Blitz card out. It's very easy to do. It's amazing.
Yeah, for Rico Suave over here.
Oh, I'll take the hat off.
But what he did also when he gave the samples, it was a sample of the greens and a sample of the Wow attached to the business card. Sometimes we use Blitz cards, sometimes we use business cards. And he is a charmer when it comes to this stuff. He's like, oh yeah, there's a sample of our Wow, our wrinkle, fighting product. He's like, not that you need it. He's like, it's always good to have it in your arsenal in case you need it. But, obviously you don't need it, but it's there to try. So he is, constantly trying to compliment people, which is cool.
Not only that, though, but, you always say that, are you on social media? Do you have friends? You have friends? Oh, great. Well, everybody has friends. I mean, even the worst people out there, have friends. So you can basically say that, the Wow product would appeal to your mother or your grandmother, or you have a friend that's down the street or in the apartment above you or whatever, you can appeal to them too. But there's so many people that don't know about this product. It's so approachable and so easy to sell, as long as you get your grasp on what the product actually is and what it can do for you and do for them. Yep. So you want to gear your sales to that person, that individual that you're going to approach. Just think about what they want in life. You step out of the box and think about, what does that person actually want, and what their needs are. Everybody need money. Everybody needs health. Everybody wants to be around for everybody, and that's just the bottom line. I mean, it's a win-win situation. I mean, it's just
And he starts going into, after a while, the product sells itself. But he focuses on, and everybody focuses on a product that they can talk about easily. His is the greens. And he actually takes the greens every day, which I'm shocked about. But his is the greens because he's comfortable. He's using the product. So here we go again with being a product of the product. All the best practices that we've been hearing from the leaders, they really hold true. And, he can speak to that. But if something might work better for Brian, Janine, if he, likes seeing you looking funny in a facial, or, if he's using the defining gel for sunburn or something.
She wrapped me too, by the way. So, yeah. I don't know if I lost my man card or gained the man card, but I have been wrapped. So just,
okay.
But she didn't even recognize you because I wrapped Bill, and she yelled at me because I have Bill's pictures in my album. And she's like, why do you have a picture of my husband? I was like, that's my husband. So,
yeah. Your belly looked like my hubby's.
Our physique looks the same. What's going on here?
Get your husband straight.
Yeah.
I guess our volume's going to go up because I need a couple more raps then. I got to outdo Bill there.
We cashed in all of our rapping.
Yeah.
We're rapping fools over here. But I don't want to get cut off. I'm not sure how much longer we have. Probably like 5 minutes or whatever.
5 minutes.
Yeah. So, this wasn't even my idea to do. It was all you guys, because there were some really, good conversations at the last minute of our other one. So I hope that helps some of the guys. And I don't know if you have questions, if any of the spouses have questions that you want to ask us or ask Dave.
I do want to say one thing before
4 minutes.
2 seconds. Basically, if you get shot down, don't get offended, don't get upset, don't get discouraged. Just go with the next person. Okay, I understand. Don't push it down your throat, and then go to the next person or go to somebody else. It's
move right
really
on.
not a big deal.
Move right on.
Move right on. It's just like the girlfriend in high school. I mean, move on.
Really?
Well, I'm feeling to that,
Whatever.
not to you.
Whatever. Now I've had heads. Whatever. But no, seriously, I thought that everybody knew about It Works. And what this has taught me is that they don't, and that we are not saturated. This area, this state, this country, we're not saturated. So there is opportunity. So it opened my eyes. All this opened my eyes. I'm still learning. But so anyway, spouses, questions? Do you have any questions for Dave or?
I don't have any smarties questions.
Trevor's too shy. He won't speak.
Oh, come on. That's not going to help you.
Bill wants to know where you got that hat.
I'm
This
not
one?
giving it away.
That
That's
one?
not true. I would have asked that.
The Guinness one? Party City has it. FYI.
We're gearing up. We're gearing up for our annual St. Patty's Day party at the Masonic Hall.
I want to know when the next Club Tilton get-together is.
Hi, Dave.
March 19th, Masonic Hall. Hey, oh, finally you show up.
Yeah.
Susan,
I've been here. I'm just quiet. Nikki, I was like, what?
She's quiet?
That's- you never
I'm
know,
sick.
mentally or physically?
Oh, no. Yeah.
Don't go there.
did Kathy
Fuck you, Dave.
that still.
Kathy, you still
Kathy was like beating her kids and stuff. Like I was watching her.
she's all vacuuming. I'm seeing her upside down.
I can't help it. I got to get something done. It was like the whole night.
Make sure somebody takes a picture of this with all the spouses in here, because that's a really good
Yeah,
post.
screenshot.
Oh, I look horrible.
You're not a
For
spouse.
some reason, Kara, it came up as your name. It
Me?
says Karen.
Oh, yeah.
When Susan's talking?
No, look at my name in the corner. It says Karen.
Hey, you're Karen.
Now you're sharing husbands. You're sharing your name.
Oh, did the guys need to say anything? Is there any questions that they had? We're cutting it close there.
2 minutes.
Now I'm just going to have to drink a lot in order to get my personality to come out.
Mm.
How about Janine's husband? Does he have anything to add to it, or just want to?
Not that I can think of.
We're gonna use that
Okay.
argument at our next time we go out to dinner.
You are, that's
No,
a
Good
good
one.
argument to have. I'll tell you.
It's such a good one.
Help us resolve this argument.
Yeah.
And it's very simple to say.
Can anybody get a good picture?
I'm on
I'm
my
trying.
I'm on my phone.
All right, everybody
I had to
say
split
cheese.
it in two.
I forget
Oh, wait.
about it.
Hold on.
But see, then I can't see me. That's okay.
Exactly.
screenshots. Hold on.
Wait.
Oh, are we all posing? Like,
I don't know.
Sue, how much NyQuil did you have?
Nothing. I just laid down. I got a message from Dave, and I'm like, I'm in bed. Hold on. I got this.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, in bed, huh?
All right, wait a minute.
I am. This is my bed.
Wait, let me get all of you guys. Hold on. You only.
Jackie.
How
Wait,
do-
actually, Janine's laughing in this
Do the
picture.
bunny ears. Do the bunny ears.
She
to you,
looks
right?
pissed off. She has that bitch face again.
Smile, guys.
Come on, make it funny.
Yay!
The sales crew. Yeah.
Well, thanks for suckering me into doing this. I hope it
Yeah.
helps anybody.
all right, I'm going to try to do this every night. So we got to sucker somebody in tomorrow night to do one.
Please don't
I
get
love
discouraged.
Zoom
It's very
meetings.
simple,
I'll think it over.
You hear
This
him?
is fun.
He's still trying to motivate everybody. He's like, don't get discouraged.
Very simple to do, Just learn the product. That's the hardest thing,
Well,
Well, I love the Zoom meeting, so thanks for having one tonight.
yeah. It was good to see you. Say hi.
Gee.
Say hi.
Kathy's picture keeps like bumping off.
I know. I see her now. Yes, we're letting her have a lollipop at 9:30. Party animal. Look, there's Suze. There's Aunt Nikki, Uncle Bill.
Hi, G.
Hi. All right, guys, we're about to get kicked off. So have a good night.
Good night.
Peace out.
Good night.
Yeah.
Good night.
Night.